Welcome back, Guardians. In today's report, we will begin investigating the potential link between the Hive Netherworlds or Ascendant Realms and the Vex Gate system, commonly referenced as time manipulation. In the last report, we discussed the potential theory of this connection as presented by Cora Ray. Her theory can be corroborated thanks to the Guardian incursions during the Taken War on Oryx's Dreadnought. While combing the spacecraft for past relics and Hive arcana, a few fire teams encountered pieces of a historical tome dubbed the Books of Sorrow. The books detailed the plight of the Hive, originally called Krill, their transformation into the abominations we know today, and the foundation of the power to take. However, interestingly, there is a segment of the tome that is dedicated to a war with the Vex, a saga of betrayal, discovery, and the ultimate focus of this report. To start, we should first explain both the Hive Netherworlds and the Vex Gate Systems to provide better context for the remainder of the exposition. There are a multitude of conflicting interpretations on what exactly the Netherworlds, also known as Ascendant Realms, are. They range from pocket dimensions created through understanding the worm god's power, to self-created realities based upon the image of the creator or the creator's own imagination. Both explanations are technically accurate, but also widely vague and not truly scientific. According to the Hive histories, the first Ascendant plane was discovered by Oryx just after his death during the Ammonite War. To give context, the Hive histories mention various now extinct species that they have annihilated in support of the worm gods, and one such species was the Ammonites. These realms, or alternative dimensions, were where the worm gods resided, where their powers could muster and fester, tucked away from the material world. An example of such a realm is the Oversoul throne of Crota, as discussed by Cora Ray when she stated, "My latest synthesis of the scattered esoterica suggests that Crota's home is a universe created or remade by his power and occupied by hive organisms of immense age. If a hive that possessed enough power was killed in our material realm, their soul or true essence would be transferred to their ascendant realm, in which they could recover and recuperate, preparing once again to penetrate our mortal dimension. There are 3 known ascendant realms, but it can be assumed that the total number of realms is relatively uncountable. However, the 3 we know are the High War, which was the Ascendant Realm located on the Dreadnought, the High Coven, the Ascendant Realm of Savathun, sister to Oryx, and the Oversoul Throne, the realm of the now long deceased Crota. To visualize it more appropriately, imagine 2 sheets of paper lying upon one another. When you align both papers together, it would seem that there is only one piece. But when you stand 2 pieces up with one another, there is a space in between separating them. The first sheet is our home dimension. The second sheet is an alternative dimension. It's like ours, but with different choice variables. Now imagine that there's hundreds of sheets all standing side by side. Now 1,000. Now an infinite amount. This visual representation should better present the planes of dimensions or alternative universes that may exist in this understanding. During the Old Earth Age of the 21st century, many scientists began coining the term multiverse, a hypothetical set of possible universes that all contained existence. During this age, an old Earth cosmologist, Max Tegmark, would develop the classification of the multiverse and its 4 layers. His thought today helps explain the universal laws of the Hive Ascendant Realms and potentially outline the Vex Gate system. He described level 1 as an extension of our universe, having the same physical laws and the same volume of matter, with all matter acting in various ways to the home universe, in this case being ours. Due to the theory of chaotic inflation, which is an extension of the old Earth Big Bang theory, there would be an infinite number of universes like the home universe. Imagine all actions you could take in an instance of choice being taken at once across an infinite amount of universes, every single possibility of chance all occurring. This Level 1 classification shares similarities with what the Vex have been seemingly capable of. They are known to be in multiple timelines, having structures or relics to their pride constructed in our dimension as if they were appearing through time, presenting their age as mathematically impossible. We understand that the Ascendant Hive, beings of unimaginable power, can create their own realms through the power of the darkness and the sword logic. But what if these alternative dimensions have always existed and their movement between planes is only a simple discovery rather than a magnanimous creation? It is also possible that the Vex can create their own dimensions, ones that are outside of the time continuum or what we know as the present, allowing them to transfer between timelines and exist in all potential outcomes of variable choice. During the original Vault of Glass incursions, Guardians reported using Vex gateways to move back and forth between variable dimensions or realities. They reported the scenery changing from volcanic and fiery reds to lush and tropical greens, but their location and the structures that surrounded them remained identical, further supporting the notion of Vex time travel between various universes of dimensions. But how, if at all, are the Hive Netherworlds or Ascendant Realms and the Vex Gateway System related? The smoking gun that directly supports Ikora Ray's theory was found by Guardians in the form of calcified fragments depicting the Hive's first encounter with the Vex. It all began with Crota, the Hope Eater, son of Oryx, and his quest to defy his father and better his sisters, Ir Anuk and Ir Halak. He wished to understand further experiments of death-defying realities of these oversouls. It is stated, with his sword, Crota cut open a new wound into a new space. In here, he thought he might obtain a secret power. Out of this wound came machines called Vex. At first, the Vex did not understand the laws of these Hive-created Ascendant Realms, the rules that govern them called the Sword Logic. To better combat the Hive and understand this new realm they have entered, the Vex created a high intelligence called Kira, Blade Transform. Kira would deduce and define the Sword Logic. I have to kill everything, Kira resolved. Then I will be powerful. And thus Crota and these new Vex would make war. The Vex would seek to understand and usurp this power from the Hive, while the Hive could not let such an abrasive insult be left in their Ascendant Realms. But the war they had, and the details that surround its outcome, is a topic for another time. We wish to imply if there is a connection with the Hive realms and the gate systems of the Vex. Perhaps there is something we still cannot know to more fully develop this hypothesis, but the evidence we do have suggests that we are certainly seeking answers in the proper direction. If Crota could make a wound, as he called it, and what came from it was the Vex, could it be assumed, even supported, that the Hive realms and the Vex gates share the same boundaries, if not fundamental laws? Perhaps the Hive have the ability to create new dimensions, and the Vex have the ability to exist in ones already created or already existing. There is little to no evidence suggesting the Vex have the ability to create alternative realities by simply willing it, such as the Hive. Their ability lies in moving and populating each and every dimension of reality. But if Crota can open a hole in his dimension, his Ascendant Realm, and it linked to the Vex, it suggests that there is a connection between the two dimensions. Perhaps it is a difference of understanding on how these planes or realms work. Perhaps they are ultimately the same thing. The Vex know how to move forward and backward through these realms, and the Hive can create and modify new dimensions. Certainly, this is a topic that needs more investigation, as understanding the true potential of this interdimensional travel and creation could be used to turn the war against the darkness into our favor. Unfortunately, this report is open-ended, more a theory with suggesting evidence rather than a cold and played-out story of facts and truths. We understand that both the Hive and the Vex have a quantifiable power, but this talk of alternate dimensions and pocket realities shakes the foundation of what we know to be real or possible. But we know that these Ascendant Realms cannot protect the Hive. Guardians have proved that during their ascension and understanding of the sword logic on Oryx's Dreadnought. We know the Vex's super technologies can be mastered and used appropriately against them, even with all their variables and safeguards. Guardians have proven that no realm of existence is to be shadowed by the darkness and its foul slaves, for the light shines eternally in their actions. Walk tall, Guardians. Hey everyone, Wally here. I just want to quickly say thank you so much for the continued support on this channel. It's definitely keeping me motivated to create more content. I gotta say, if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends, like and comment. Every little bit goes a long way to getting this information out there. And if you want to support the channel further, there's a link to my Patreon down below. But that's never required, but it's always appreciated. We also launched an apparel shop that will be updated continually. We have some Lore Seeker shirts and some other goodies in there for you to grab. Do not forget to join the Discord server. I post lore scripts and new videos in there consistently. All links are in the description. I love you guys. Thank you.